in Orlando, Florida. And this reminder as we await Brian and Brad Armstrong. Starrcade 94. WCW saved the very best till last. The last pay-per-view of the year. And yes, indeed, you are going to see Hulk Hogan face the Butcher. You're going to see that U.S. title on the line. Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on Vader. Sting meets Avalanche. Mr. T. He puts on the boots and takes on Kevin Sullivan. The Nasty Boys face Harlem Heat. Johnny B. Bad meets the Honky Tonk Man. And a young Alex Wright faces John Paul Levesque. But everybody talking about Randy Savage, the Macho Man. Oh, yeah, he came to WCW, but nobody can figure out just yet what is on Savage's mind.
Well, that's a very hard thing to do, and I know Savage from way back. And he's a very focused human being. When he makes his mind up to something, he does it. Now, I don't know which road he's going to take, but somebody's in trouble.
He is indeed a very intense athlete and a man who apparently is going to make his presence felt. We'll find out more at Starrcade 94, exclusively on pay-per-view. And what a great one this is going to be. Side headlock by Brian Armstrong.
You know, Savage is such an intent competitor. I mean, I've never seen anybody that he focuses on things the way he does. This man is 100% geared in one direction. Oh, that direction, I don't know.
Make no mistake about it. He walks into a room and you can cut the intensity with a chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
Should be interesting. Should be interesting. You seem rather happy about it. Perhaps you know something I don't know, Bobby.
I know a lot of things you don't know. I'm not sure I know about this. I'm not at liberty to divulge what I know right now because I...
No, so you do know something.
Well, I didn't say
You're saying you're not at liberty to divulge it. That means you do know something.
If I did know something, I wouldn't be at liberty to divulge. But if I was to divulge, you'd be the first one I divulge to. You know that. I've always liked you. Tony doesn't like you. I do.
Wow. Pretty hard to keep up with, Bobby. Or pinned down.
If you hit me with a C note, I think I can come up with something for you.
We'll talk after the broadcast.
My pleasure.
Brad Armstrong really putting the pressure on now. Chris Nelson, Butch Long, a tag team that haven't been together a real long time, no pun intended.
These Armstrongs, they know what to do in that ring. They've been geared since they were children.
Well, they tag in and out very quickly.
False tag.
Obviously don't get their hair done at the same place.
No, Whoopi has his done in Los Angeles.
Leg drop right across the inside of the bicep.
That may not be hair, that may be shag carpet. You can't tell or you tell from here.
I'll tell you what, I don't think much of Brian Armstrong's hair, but I do think a lot of him as a professional wrestler. He's really coming along quickly. He's fast, he's aggressive, and technically very, very skilled. And boy, you talk about teamwork. These two guys work together like a Rolex.
You can also buy a cheap Rolex, too, that will stop on you. Come on,
I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that.
You want to buy one?
Is this experience talking?
You want to buy one?
No, I don't want to buy one.
I bought one from Oakland the other day.
Collar elbow hookup.
There's no hands on it, just bald.
Oh, no. Oh, wait till I find Gino. He's going to love to hear that comment. Side headlock. Brad Armstrong drops down, sets up a perfectly executed hip toss takedown. Right in the center of the ring, right where you want your man. Armstrong in control, makes a cover, gets a 2 count.
You know, everybody's talking about Starrcade, how this is the granddaddy of them all. This is the mother of all wrestling extravaganzas. This is my first Starrcade, and I can't wait to be a part of this, to see what's going to go down here with Savage, Hogan, everything that's going on.
Well, you just look at WCW over the last 6 months. We've talked about it before. Look at all the people that have jumped on a WCW bandwagon so far this year. I mean, you've got Hulk Hogan here now. You've got Randy Savage here now. I mean, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Shaquille O'Neal, all of the great celebrities that are really becoming a part of these great WCW pay-per-view exclusives. And I'll tell you what, obviously, the world knows it now. We're #1. We are the place to be. We got the biggest athletes, the strongest athletes, the fastest athletes, and without a doubt, the most exciting pay-per-views. And Starrcade 94, as you said, will be the granddaddy of them all.
Well, it's going to be a pleasure for me to broadcast it. I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. I like excitement. I like trickery. I like things that swerve people. I love stuff like that. Not that I would do that.
No. Brad Armstrong now, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's getting double teamed. He's on the wrong side of town, so to speak. In his opponent's corner. Nice side suplex. Textbook maneuver by Brad Armstrong. You know, Brad Armstrong, one of the most popular athletes, American athletes in Japan. Cover, he better kick out of this thing. The Japanese just love Brad Armstrong. He's over there quite a bit. Cover, nice cradle. Brad a little disoriented, though. He's reaching over to the wrong corner.
Where's he from?
Where's who from?
Brad Armstrong.
From Marietta, Georgia. You
well,
know
that explains him being disorientated.
That was a cheap shot.
I know. I saw him punch him like that, yeah.
Forearm to the midsection. Now Brad turning it up. Comes back with a forearm of his own.
These Armstrongs will fight you, though. And they know how to wrestle.
You know, I had a chance to talk to Brad Armstrong not too long ago, and very excited about the prospect of the cruiserweight tournament coming up early in 1995. As I mentioned, Brad competes in the junior heavyweight division over in Japan quite frequently and is doing very well over there, and is certainly looking forward to an opportunity to perhaps add that cruiserweight title to the Brad Armstrong and Armstrong family mantelpiece.
Well, that family has held a lot of titles, and if it can be had, Brad could do it. If he thinks, if he uses his head.
Brian Armstrong in control of the action now, center ring. Boot to the midsection. And we've got a cover. 2,
he got
3. We got a winner. Brian, Brad, and joined by Scott Armstrong in the center of the ring.
Scott's the babysitter, right?
Not the babysitter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Be a babysitter.